mean, at this point, it should be working.
We're on. We're sound.
It's working?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, it should be working. Is this working?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Oh, the internet. All right, starting over. Doing songs I haven't done in a long time. And I guess the internet hasn't worked in a long time. One by Roger Miller, but probably written by Ronnie Self. No, I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. No, I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. Goodbye, woman that I don't love. Goodbye, woman that I don't love. Goodbye, woman that I don't love. I found a new woman that I can't love enough, so I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. No, I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul's resting, the moon is bright. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul's resting, the moon is bright. Water in the well at home is bad. Water in the well at home is bad. Water in the well at home is bad. And she gives me water like I ain't never had. So I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. No, I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. Soul is resting, the moon is bright. I got me new food and drink. I got me new food and drink. I got me new food and drink. Got myself a new home, I think. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is resting, the moon is bright. No, I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. I ain't coming home tonight. My soul is restless and the moon is bright. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good starting point. My soul is restless. I don't know if the moon's not bright yet. I think there's still light outside. Here's one of mine. Well, the stars over Virginia won't ease my worried mind. It was all those D.C. bastards, you know, I've been treated so unkind. Oh, them stars up in the sky. Oh, them stars up in the sky. Now the moon over Missouri in my window pane tonight. birds up in the sky. Oh, them birds up in the sky. There you go. All right, well, since we had a little bit of delay, I'm just going to be blowing through them for a minute. They're all fast. They're all fast. Beers for my spot on a hot and humid South St. Louis day. Now we've had our talks over whiskey on the rocks, and I've always just wanted to say, oh, that your eyes are intoxicating, and your lips are sweet as wine. Your ways are as mellow as that Kentucky bourbon I drank before you was mine. Now some people have bitter spirits till they're aged and distilled and refined. A good woman may leave you hungover, but good love keeps you drunk all the time. Oh, and your eyes are intoxicating, and your lips are sweet as wine. Your ways are as mellow as that Kentucky bourbon I drank before you was mine. And your eyes are intoxicating, and your lips are sweet as wine. Your ways are as mellow as that Kentucky bourbon I drank before you was mine. I drank before you was mine. I drank before you was mine. Good. All right. You can calm it down. Calm it down for a minute. Do one by Charlie Tweedle. The Midnight Plowboy. I might chase the ice cream man. I might catch him if I can. I might tell a story or two. Yeah, I'm all wild, a little bit crazy. That don't mean my love is lazy. For you, I'll run beside a railroad train, explode myself inside my brain, act like a total fool. Yeah, I'm all wild, a little bit crazy. That don't mean my love is lazy. For you, I can't stand inside a hurricane, build an igloo in the pouring rain, do flip-flops across the moon. Yeah, I'm a hog wild, a little bit crazy, but that don't mean my love is lazy. For you, I might turn my head the other way, act like I have nothing to say, Know that I've been a total fool, 'cause I'm all wild, a little bit crazy. That don't mean my love is lazy. For you, 'cause I might chase the ice cream man, and I might catch him if I can. I might tell a story or two. Yeah, I'm all wild, a little bit crazy, but that don't mean my love is lazy. For you. Hogwatt. All right. Here's another one of mine that was released on. At the time, it was like a self-titled release, but since this band hasn't happened in a minute, I guess maybe it's the name of the record. Lonesome Cowboy Ryan and his Dried-Up Teardrops, named by Mr. Johnny Vegas. We would do Stag Night. And ever was a reference to Stag Night. This song is got a lot of stag innuendos in there. The way I'm going stag bold tonight. My review is it's better than Stag Ice. For those of you who remember Stag Ice. So yeah, this song, Cold Gold. Find all the STAG references. When I first met my baby, she was slender, tall, and gorgeous. But I found in time I just could not ignore this feeling that I come to have that I never thought I would. So I'm gonna sit right here and drink, 'cause that shit tastes almost good. And that's cold gold, cold gold. Your heart is Fort Knox, your love's the North Pole. They say your gal is just as good as what you have to hold, and the only thing I'm holding now is cold gold. With steak, taters, and gravy whenever I was leaving, but when I would return, I'd find her city grieving, till I came back with a whole half rack tucked in a paper bag. But I was alone till she was gone, and I'll be going stag. And that's cold gold, cold gold. Your heart is Fort Knox, your love's the North Pole. They say your gal is just as good as what you have to hold, and the only thing I'm holding now is cold gold. And that's cold gold, cold gold. Your heart is Fort Knox, your love's the North Pole. They say your gal is just as good as what you have to hold, and the only thing I'm holding now is cold gold. Oh yeah, getting yodeling. Okay, all right. Run through these things like a fireball. All right. One or two more before commercial and chill time. Speaking of commercials, here's one that I wrote about Pilot Coffee way back in the day. If you know anyone that works for Pilot and are looking for a jingle, I can jingle. I certainly jangle. Oh, give me that Pilot coffee, cause it really is the best. Give me that Pilot coffee and I won't take nothing less. Give me that Pilot coffee and when I am a mess, I can be some Pilot coffee and I just don't need the rest. Oh, give me that Pilot coffee, cause man, I think that's pretty great. And you can get it anywhere in the lower 48. If you're a trucker or a touring band, then maybe you can relate. Oh, get you some Pilot coffee, yes, you're drifting state to state. Oh, they got hot and cold and mild and bold, all kinds of flavors too. Their coffee comes from around the world and they brought it here for you. So give me that Pilot coffee, cause it really is the best. Give me that Pilot coffee and I won't take nothing less. Give me that Pilot coffee and when I am a mess, I drink me some Pilot coffee and I just don't need the rest. Cause they got hot, cold, and mild and bold, all kinds of flavors too. Their coffee came from around the world and they brought it here for you. Give me that Pilot coffee, cause it really is the best. Give me that Pilot coffee and I won't take nothing less. Give me that Pilot coffee and when I am a mess, I drink me some Pilot coffee and I just don't need the rest. Ah, best on the interstate. Best on the interstate. Well, you can see me shuffling a lot of things down here. It's a stack of papers that tell me the words to my own songs. Because it turns out, if you hit your head hard enough, even the songs you wrote get erased. And I had to... Well, for about 2.5 years, I've been relearning my own songs. Interesting. This one's not one of mine. But certainly all of these I used to be able to do without looking at anything but the guitar. This is I'm from Missouri. You tell me I'm the only one your heart is beating for. You say that I'm just perfect and you couldn't ask for more. Then how come I only get to see you once a week? And the kisses that I get from you are just pecks on the cheek. Well, I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. You gotta show me, honey. You gotta show me. Oh, why won't you take me in your loving arms and hold me? From Missouri, so you gotta show me. You tell me all your love's for me and that I shouldn't doubt. And I'm the big thrill in your life you just can't live without. I might be slow to catch on, but I just don't understand how I can feel you so much by just holding your hand. Well, I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. You gotta show me, honey. You gotta show me. Oh, why won't you take me in your loving arms and hold me? I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. We go down to Lover's Lane, you just make with the small talk. If you sat any closer to the door, you'd be out on the sidewalk. If you love me like you say you do, then I think it's high time you let me feel that heart of yours a beating next to mine. 'Cause I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. You gotta show me, honey. You gotta show me. Oh, why won't you take me in your loving arms and hold me? I'm from Missouri. gotta show me. I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. You gotta show me, honey. You gotta show me. Oh, I won't take me in your loving arms and hold me. I'm from Missouri, so you gotta show me. Yeah. Truth in music. All right. Well, I think it's about commercial time. And well, commercial announcements. Let the blood run a little cooler for a moment. So, yeah. Been doing this now for, this is my 11th total playing a bunch of songs in a live stream. I did one where I just answered comments. Last week I had Kelly take over because I haven't run out of songs yet, but I'm trying not to repeat anything, not to play anything twice. But I have had people request certain songs that I've already done. So rather than do them again, one thing I'm going to start to do, because, these live streams, these are long videos. These are like 45-minute videos. Not many people share a 45-minute video. So I'm going through and I'm doing editing and I'm coming up with some greatest hits to put out there every Tuesday, giving myself a little bit of time off from the 45-minute thing. I'll still be doing one of these standard ones a month, coming up with, again, a new theme and a bunch of new songs. And also, I'm going to be helping some other folks out with some live streams and trying to go around and Lomax style, Rainbow Quest style, do a live stream that is mostly someone else, and then I can ask them questions, interview them about the source and inspiration to their songs and what they're doing, and do some collaborating. I mean, it'll probably be a lot of people I've played with anyway, but so that's coming down the pike. Lots of, obviously lots of things are changing, and it is our job to keep up the best we can. If you don't like the movement, just don't get in the way. So, a commercial. This has been one of my only means of income for the past several months at this point. So, of course, as usual, accepting tips, down there. Coming up with these logos. I can't claim the logo. That's the left, center, right dice game. Left, center, right. That sounds like a game. All right. But, yeah, it's a good dice game. It's a fun one. I'm just taking their logo for today. But speaking of logos that have been designed by people, one thing that I will have available soon enough, that I've got a mock-up here for you, and this is my busted mock-up. They sent me a better mock-up, but lapel pins. Check it out. A lapel pin that looks like a bottle cap. Yeah. But some other things. Know that we've been asked about the Rum Drum Ramblers merchandise before. And we've got t-shirts now. And they are for sale on the Rum Drum Ramblers Facebook page. And I think Kelly would like to show you one of these t-shirts sitting around over here. Designed by Julianne, you may recognize from such places as Yaki's.
Ooh. Ah.
It's a pretty solid commercial. Right.
Any local people that don't need them shipped can send a message.
Oh, yeah. Kelly says if you're local and you don't need shipping, one of our cars still works. So, entirely possible to get curbside delivery. Alright, here's a song of mine that I haven't played in forever that was requested. When I announced that I was doing the Lonesome Cowboy stuff, a couple people said, yeah, I still got those tapes. Because this was originally released only on a tape. You can find it on the internet. Lonesome Cowboy Ryan, Alone with My Friends. This one's called Calamity Jane. It's not about the Western legend Calamity Jane. It's about a friend I won't specify who added the nickname for a while. Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane. Jane goes down to Johnny's barroom, drunk before she sees the door. Jane starts taking shots of Irish whiskey, and soon she'll walk the floor. 'Cause it's one more shot for Calamity Jane, then she's off to ride that wagon train. All the women say that she's insane, but she's born to dance in the pouring rain. Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane. Jane, she's always been unfaithful. Jane, she can't never be true. But it would take a team of wild, wild horses just to drag her back to you. And it's one more shot for Calamity Jane, then she's off to ride that wagon train. All the women say that she's insane, but she's born to dance in the pouring rain. Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane. Jane, she rots away in prison, but she'll be out before you know. And she'll be right back there on Johnny's bar stool, drinking till the cows come home. And that's one more shot for Calamity Jane, then she's off to ride that wagon train. All the women say that she's insane, but she's born to dance in the pouring rain. Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane, All right. Now, here's a fun one. About when everyone's going to meet their Waterloo. Now old Adam, he was the first in history with an apple. He was tempted and deceived just for spite. The devil made him take a bite, and that's where Adam met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, and everybody's gotta pay. Everybody's gonna meet their Waterloo. Little General Napoleon of France tried to conquer the world but lost his pants, met defeat, known as Bonaparte's retreat, and that's where Napoleon met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day and everybody's gotta pay. Everybody's gotta meet their Waterloo. Now a fella whose darling proved untrue took her life. Oh, but he lost his tune. Now he swings where the little birdies sing, and that's where Tom Dooley met his Waterloo. Oh, Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, and everybody's got a day. Everybody's gotta meet their Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Everybody has to pay. Every puppy has their day. Everybody's gotta meet their Waterloo. Oh, Waterloo, oh, Waterloo, Waterloo. Waterloo. All right. This next song I referenced a little bit during a meeting last night. About Hoosiers. Not the Indiana Hoosiers, but the kind of St. Louis Hoosiers that really they're a schnook's private stock all unto themselves. The St. Louis Hoosier. Say I'm fairly hoosed out. You know, if you know how to make a good pork steak, you know about stag and bush beer, and you know, sometimes you're hanging out outside for no good reason. You got derelict vehicles in your backyard. Sometimes unfavored opinions. And you're a Hoosier. Here's a song about resembling that remark. Well, a friend of mine asked me for a ride way out to Frontenac, and I just had to tell him I didn't know where Frontenac was at. When we got there, I pulled up a chair at the closest bar I found, but when I asked them for a stag, all I got was a frown. And they said, "Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? Who's the Hoosier who you're hanging around? That stag swilling, pork steak grilling, pro-bell eating food. No, we don't like no Hoosiers like you." Well, I went to a party way out in Clayton just last week. They had a big old house and tons of cars. I thought that was pretty neat. But when I saw that high-end whiskey high up on the shelf, oh, I just couldn't help myself. I had to help myself. And they said, who's your buddy? Who's your pal? Who's that Hoosier who you're hanging around? That stag swilling, pork steak grilling, rubber eating fool. No, we don't like no Hoosiers like you. So I couldn't remember any of the verses of this song a couple days ago, so I tried to write a new one. Me and my buddy, we got in my rusty old truck, and we went for a cruise down Main Street in Old St. Chuck. We got pulled over, no four-leaf clover could give me enough good luck, 'cause when that pig looked in the rig, he saw me and said, "You're," and then said, "Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? Who's the Hoosier who you're hanging around? That stag swilling, pork steak grilling, bro-bell eating food. No, we don't like no Hoosiers like you." And he said, "Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? Who's the Hoosier who you're hanging around? That stag swilling, pork steak grilling, bro-bell eating food. No, we don't like no Hoosiers like you. No, we don't like no Hoosiers like you." And what made St. Louis famous has made a Hoosier out of me. All right, still keeping decent time. Here's another one that came in by request from a friend of mine that used to be on the road a bit with back in Johnny on the Jerks and the Vultures days. Johnny on the Jerks and the Vultures. How about that? We'd be out there with 7-Shot Screamers a bit too, and you know, I don't know, Brimstone Howl out of Omaha, you know, some Omaha bands, that kind of stuff. Here's another slow burner. Hollywood, think I'm gonna go there for a while. Hollywood, think I'm gonna go there for a while. Don't need no fortune, don't need no fame. I'm just trying to find a way to take away the pain on down in Hollywood. Think I'm gonna go there for a while. Hollywood, maybe I'll see that big sign on the hill. Hollywood, maybe I'll see that big sign on the hill. Just wanna see my name in lights. Just wanna see the stars on an endless Pacific night on down in Hollywood. Think I'm gonna go there for a while. Now here's what I'm talking about, not being able to remember my own song. It's that I don't need to see my name in lights. I just sub the first part of the next line, how I just want to see the stars on an endless Pacific night. Next verse. Oh, Hollywood, maybe you could come along with me. Hollywood. Maybe you could come along with me. I know we're family after all. I know we'll be back in town by the fall. Down in Hollywood. Think I'm gonna go away for a while. Oh, Hollywood. I think I'm gonna go there for a while. And I did. All right, back to fun time. Dos Mas Canciones. And then speaking of Hollywood, it's time for Elvis Presley. Now that was a Hollywood tour guide right there. Who's the guy that made Kill Bill and all that stuff? The director? You know that guy? Shows how much I know about movies. But Clownvis has got a real good story about that guy. You know, we got this huge VHS collection, and I can't tell you who the director of Kill Bill was. But you think that you got troubles. So you think that you got trouble. The more you try, the worse you get. So you think the world don't like you. Well, brother, you ain't heard nothing yet. Cause my car sounds like an old tin can. My wife ran off with another man. I got me a crab in my fishing hand, and my income tax is due. I lost my money in a poker game, and I think my left leg is going lame. My brother asked me if I'd change my name, so that's what I think I'll do. So you think that you got trouble. The more you try, the worse you get. So you think the world don't like you. Well, brother, you ain't heard nothing yet. My doctor told me not to stroke. There's nothing smaller than a coke. I ain't even supposed to hear a dirty joke, cause if I laugh, it strained my heart. I lost every race that I ever ran. I lost every man with no demand. Got the African bumps in the dishpan pan. I don't even get to start. Well, you think that you got trouble. The more you try, the worse you get. Well, you think the world don't like you. Well, brother, you ain't heard nothing yet. Good one. Now some people say that I'm a pessimist and that I ought to make the best of this. Well, maybe I am a pessimist. That's something I don't know. But one thing I do know, I'll tell you right now, I've been milking the wrong end of this old cow. Too many wrinkles in this boy's brow, and that stuff has got to go. Well, you think that you got trouble. The more you try, the worse you get. Well, you think the world don't like you. Well, brother, you ain't heard nothing yet. And I put me a bar in the back of my car and I drove myself to drink. Thanks. Alright, gonna do one more. A classic. And bring Kelly to sing this one. This is the sing-along number. Watch out for the scattered papers. Yeah. This one is a song about the old western lanes. One of the only, I don't think, yeah, this song's kind of about that. I don't think there's a single bowling lane, old bowling lane, left in St. Louis City proper.
Is Epiphany Lanes closed?
Epiphany Lanes.
Yeah. We haven't been there for a long time. I don't know if it's open still.
It's similar. But that's church basement bowling lane. Like a bowling lane not affiliated with the church.
Yeah.
I mean, you got bowling alleys in Crestwood, in Shrewsbury, in Maplewood. And you've got new bowling alleys in St. Louis. You've got Flamingo, and you got Moolah. And you got at least one more. But back in my childhood, I missed the Redbird lanes. I never got to see that one. It was replaced by a Walgreens. Torn down and replaced by a Walgreens. The Carriage Bowl, I got to go there a few times. I was a little too young to remember it. And it was torn down and replaced by another Walgreens. The amount of things that have been torn down and replaced by Walgreens, do a little bit of research on Walgreens and you won't like it that much either. But they do cheap passport photos as if we can still... I'll calm down. But at least the Western Bowl was replaced by a USPS, United States Postal Service. I mean, it's at least a truck yard where they keep the trucks. I don't know if it's a sorting center or what it was, but that's where I used to hang out. And here's one about that. As I recall the days of my childhood, one memory will always remain. No dirty old pool hall or dusty arcade could make me forget Western lanes. The rolling thunder, the crash of the pins will never be heard on the south side again. In the old days I was just a schoolboy with nothing better to do than to throw a few frames at the old Western lanes with a pretty little schoolgirl or two. The rolling thunder, the crash of the pins will never be heard on the south side again. Now folks may think that I'm foolish or walking around feeling bad. She may not have been much to look at, but Western was the best that we had. The rolling thunder, the crash of the pins will never be heard on the south side again. The rolling thunder, the crash of the pins will never be heard on the south side again. All right, thank you very much. See y'all soon. Next week, greatest hits. Let's watch some Clownmas.